Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am AdamMcKola, and today we have got another transfer roundup for you guys, including updates on Christian Eriksen, Frenkie de Jong, Vitinha from FC Porto, Dean Henderson's possible move away from Manchester United. We're also going to be looking at the fixtures for the Premier League season, the upcoming season, and of course some quotes from Paul Pogba following his departure from Manchester United. Hope you guys are all doing well. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Remember, we've got a big summer on the channel. We're heading out on the pre-season tour, myself and the Paddock guys, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and Stretford Paddock. We'll have loads coming for you from the pre-season tour, and of course loads more as well around the pre-season tour, both before and after, so make sure you're keeping it locked. We'll get stuck into the news right about now, and the first news story we're going to look at is from Sky. Now, we had updates on Dean Henderson from various other outlets yesterday, and Sky are today saying Nottingham Forest are close to agreeing a deal for Dean Henderson. The deal is a loan with an option to buy for around £20 million. United are expected to pay a portion of Henderson's wages next season. Now, I can understand Manchester United putting him out there on loan. David De Gea's contract, I think, is expected to expire at the end of this current season. So with that being said, maybe there's going to be an opportunity for Dean Henderson to come back. Maybe he does well out there and Manchester United can get more money for him than the £20 million. But you also, on the other hand, feel like it's a little bit of a poor deal from Manchester United side. We're still paying a portion of his wages, so we haven't got rid of his wages from the wage bill, and we're not even guaranteeing ourselves a transfer fee. So is it really a great deal for Manchester United? Unless they see and expect him to come back to the club and possibly be involved in the future, or they're just so sure that he's going to do well at Forest and you can potentially demand double that £20 million at the end of the season. I'm not sure, but it feels like we're kind of half-arsing a deal, aren't we? We're not guaranteeing any fee, we're not getting rid of his wages, and there's a possibility he doesn't do well and you're not even going to get the 20 million or anything close to that for him. So let us know your thoughts on that one in the comments. But that is the latest, or those are the latest reports on Dean Henderson's possible move to Nottingham Forest. It'd be a good move for him in terms of Premier League football, but you maybe would have expected as well him to possibly get a move a little bit higher up the table. Then we also had this morning the fixtures announced. The Manchester United start looks a little bit like this. In August, we've got Brighton, first game at home against Brighton. Then we've got Brentford away, Liverpool at home, Southampton away, and Leicester City away. And whilst you look at Brighton at home and you go, that's a decent game to start off with, it's a tricky game, to be fair. Brighton are a decent side. Brentford, decent side, away from home. Probably their I've not seen their fixtures, but I assume that's their first home game of the season. Then you've got Liverpool at home, Southampton and Leicester away. So United have to get off to a good start, because if you go into that Liverpool, Southampton, Leicester run, and then you've got Arsenal at home, and you haven't picked up maximum points, it's not looking great, and it could get sketchy, because look at the October that Manchester United have. You know, we've got City, Everton, Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea, West Ham. Tricky fixtures. Obviously you have to play everyone twice anyway, but those are the fixtures Manchester United start with. The end to our season in May, we've got West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth and Fulham, so a decent end to the season, and hopefully Man United will be close or top of the league and be able to romp home to the title with those fixtures in May. But those are the fixtures. You can go and check them out as well if you haven't caught them all right there on this video at the moment. But yeah, those are some of the key fixtures Manchester United start with. Liverpool, Arsenal at home, early doors in the season. Big start to the season for Erik ten Hag ahead. Hopefully he's got a little bit more business done by that time, by the pre-season time in fact. And we're hearing Vitinha doesn't look closer to Manchester United at this moment in time. Manchester United have not made an official bid for Vitinha from FC Porto. Man United already know that if they want to buy him, they'll have to look at the 40 million euro release clause. Now, there were some reports that Manchester United had already bid for Vitinha, but it looks like that isn't the case at this moment in time. Now, Manchester United, and someone that, you know, from the reports that we're hearing and the reliability of those reports, have made an offer to, is Christian Eriksen. He's available on a free. His contract at Brentford expires at the end of this month. It doesn't look like he's going to be renewing with them. And we're hearing from David Ornstein that Champions League football is not a deal breaker for Christian Eriksen. He will give serious consideration to Manchester United's offer. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Christian Eriksen would be a very, very good move for Manchester United. We've lost a lot of creativity in our side with Pogba, Mata, Lingard leaving the club. I know Lingard and Mata weren't involved much towards the back end of the season. Nevertheless, you've let those players go. You've got rid of a lot of wages off the wage bill. Bringing in someone like Christian Eriksen that there isn't going to be a big transfer fee for. There's probably going to be a signing on fee, and the wages aren't going to be huge, are they? I think Christian Eriksen would be a great bit of business. He's still 30 years old. I think because he's been around the block for a long time, we kind of feel he's a little bit older. Obviously, he's had the health issues, but coming back for Brentford, playing really well in the Premier League, being a key part of their, safety and their survival in the Premier League, I think Christian Eriksen would be a fantastic signing for Manchester United. And hopefully, he accepts Manchester United's offer. He's obviously got some form of relationship with Erik ten Hag. He trained there before he did make that move to Brentford, so hopefully that might sway things a little bit. Erik ten Hag, and someone that we've heard is being convinced or has convinced to join Manchester United, is Frenkie de Jong. And David Ornstein also had an update on that as well. And he said there was an expectation that the deal for Frenkie de Jong to Man United would eventually get done. Barcelona want to rinse Man United for as much money as possible. United are staying calm about the situation. Now, there's definitely no urgency by Manchester United, and maybe that's the case. We hear that Barcelona need to sell Frenkie de Jong by the end of the month. Now, with that being said, you can see them trying to get as much money as possible between now and then. Maybe that's why Manchester United are staying calm, because they know that's the case. Now, we hear and we hope that Manchester United will be signing not one of Frenkie de Jong and Christian Eriksen. And Ornstein also gave us an update on that by saying Manchester United, my view is that Manchester United signing Christian Eriksen would be an addition to Frenkie de Jong and not a replacement. And that's what we need to hear, because as good as Christian Eriksen signing for the club would be, we need to bring in other players in that midfield area as well. We need to bring in players in that midfield area. So Manchester United need to bring in a number of signings. Frenkie de Jong would be the big money signing. And we hear Erik ten Hag is convinced he will still get the player. But as of yet, no deal has been struck between Manchester United and Barcelona. So we've just got to wait and see. And whilst other clubs are making business and making deals happen, it's frustrating to see United dragging their heels. But fingers crossed the deal will get done between now and the start of pre-season at least, because that's when you want them to be done, between now and the start of pre-season. And that's just first week of July. So fingers crossed we get some business done by then. We'll be covering all of it here on AdamMcKola TV. United are just slow to act, aren't they? And of course, I did say as well, we'll be looking at some of those Paul Pogba quotes. And I did a video the other day for Stretford Paddock, which is up now. And obviously I didn't know these quotes at the time, so we didn't discuss them in the video. And Paul Pogba, in his documentary for Amazon Prime called The Pogmentary, oh man, has said, my thought process is to show Man United they made a mistake in waiting to give me a contract. How can you tell a player you absolutely want him and offer him nothing? I've never seen that. Now, I've been someone that, while I think Paul Pogba has made mistakes at times, I have defended him. And I don't get that at all, because that's clearly not true. Manchester United, around the time when Paul Pogba was talking about wanting a new challenge, Manchester United made an offer to make him the highest paid player at the club around that time. And there's been an offer on the table from Manchester United, which has been widely reported for a while. Now, maybe it's not been as much as he wanted, but I feel confident in guaranteeing, outside of a signing on fee, the wages at Juventus aren't going to be better than the offer that Manchester United made. And it just feels like this documentary is a little bit of a PR move to kind of make him look. I think Manchester United made mistakes in how we've built teams. We signed Paul Pogba more for his commercial side than his footballing side. Maybe he could be guilty of thinking about those things more than his football side, or at times being injured far too many times. Man United chopping and changing managers. All those things combined led to Paul Pogba not being a success, and other players at the club not being a success. But this is rewriting of that history somewhat to make yourself look even better ahead of a move away. And I just think, whilst he still says in that Manchester United will always be close to his heart, etc., I just think this is a bit mad, because we knew at the time Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to keep Paul Pogba as well. So yeah, I think that's rubbish from Paul Pogba, to be fair. I haven't seen the full thing, but the quotes that I am hearing, not good at all. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, keeping it locked to the channel. We'll be back with much, much more. Do you want Christian Eriksen and Frenkie de Jong at Manchester United? What did you make of the Paul Pogba quotes and everything else we discussed? Get your thoughts in the comments below. We'll be back soon with more. See you in a bit.